Hey everybody, welcome in. I apologize for the poor quality of audio on this mic. Um, when I'm doing these live gameplay stuff, I have to use this mic. So anyway, I wanted to try something a little different today. Um, I like trying different decks, weird stuff out, and just having some fun, seeing what works, doing a little bit of theory crafting most of the time. It doesn't work, but sometimes it does, and I enjoy that. Um, that's where I derive fun out of this game. So what I am doing today is playing this drop off version of Warriors. You might have seen this floating around a little bit. I think it's kind of worse than normal Warriors, but it's still a good deck. I think it can catch people off guard. It can be incredibly not impressive, oppressive to deal with. And then this is my own version of it with a little bit of extra spice. So we'll get into some games in just a second, but I wanted to kind of explain the general idea here. So, or obviously, Warriors wants to simplify the game state. Um, trade one for ones, and then just have remaining their big monsters that you won't have an answer to. That's kind of the general idea. This version is like hyper simplifying the game state with cards like Time Seal and Drop Off that just really don't allow your opponent to play the game once you have an established board. Um, so, and then the only problem with this deck is it simplifies the game state so much that if you fall behind early, you'll never get back into the game. I mean, Warriors has a hard time getting back into the game anyway, but this version even more so. I feel like. Um, I think it really has a hard time getting back into the game, and so that is why I have added some two of a card of sanctity. This is the spice that I added in. So originally I've played this deck once or twice, but I just don't feel like it's good enough. But I really like this card in this deck. I was talking with someone and I heard the idea of Card of Sanctity come up, and I was just reading it and I was trying to figure out how this card could potentially work. And I think this is one of the only instances where I think it might actually be viable. And the games that I've played so far, it's worked fairly well. So um, if you're not aware, the card reads banish all other cards you control and in your hand, minimum of one from each. Draw until you have two cards in your hand. That I don't know the like errata or the I'm not a big ruling guy, but from the research that I've done, you only need one card from either your hand or on the field or that you control. So you only need to banish one other card, and it's a cost to activate this card, so you can't chain stuff to it, obviously. Um, so yeah, you banish everything you have, and you draw two cards. And I like it because I feel like it's the extra gas this deck needs to get over the finish line. So essentially, you do the normal routine with this deck. You hyper simplify the game state with Time Steal, Drop Off, Dust Shoot, trading one for one with their monsters, with your exile and stuff like that. And you're just taking these really quick trades one for one. You can even just early Solemn Judgment stuff with this deck. I mean, you can kind of just play like an idiot, and it sometimes works out because you're just trying to hyper simplify the game state, right? So then once you get down to one or two cards in hand, if you have a monster on board and you're controlling the game and beating them down, then obviously you're really happy. But if things start going awry, which they eventually will, the card of sanctity is to help you get back into the game. Because let's say you're controlling the game, you're preventing them from drawing, you're preventing them from doing anything. You have answers to all their answers until they finally do something that you can't answer. They get rid of your Swift Gaia, they get rid of your Blade Knight, you draw into a dead Dust Shoot or a dead Nobleman. That's when you use the card of Sanctity to banish whatever dead card you have and then get two fresh cards. And that kind of help you get back into the game. So that's the general idea of it. In theory, I've played a little bit of it and it's worked out, but we will see how it performs in practice again. So the last thing is the side deck. It's pretty simple: Mind Control and Kaiku for the turbo matchup, and I'm gonna make one adjustment here real quick. We are going to ditch the Donald for Kaiku. I know that's absolutely crazy, but I want to try this. After the last few games that I played, the Dawn felt very underwhelming. Yeah, we're just gonna try this. We're just gonna try this. And if I draw the Kaiku and I I'll pretend it was a Dawn and see what might have been better. So yeah, that's for the turbo matchup. Mind Control also combos with Card of Sanctity. You could steal their card and then banish it and then draw two, which is cool. So it's almost even worth considering maining, but I don't want this to be the focal point of the deck. This is just the extra gas to help you out. Smashing Grounds. This deck has a problem with big monsters if you can't get rid of them. Spies and all these battle traps for aggressive decks. Wangus for anything that runs any tokens, burn, anything like that, and then the Mobius and uh, Cliff for stuff that could be potentially running Decree or anything like that. Um, yeah, adjustments that I'd make to this, if I could think of any. I mean, there's a lot of ways you could take this deck. I think you could, if you wanted to even make it even more consistent, you could add in upstarts. I'm not sure what you'd cut. I also would consider Dust Tornadoes in the stack. I just don't feel like I have a ton of room. I have this one Tech Warrior returning alive. I just threw this in here. I want to try it out because you're running so few monsters. This allows you to still make your Gaia Blade Knight big and live without. Uh, it's just an extra monster that you get back from your grave, essentially. So I want to try this. Potentially, you could cut this for maybe a Dust Tornado, maybe cut the jars. But anyway, let's go ahead and just give it a shot. If things go horribly wrong, this video probably won't see the light of day. So if you're watching it, then things went okay. It doesn't mean I won. It just means I didn't get just immediately crushed. All right. Starting off first, our hand is jacked. Let's go ahead and pot a greed. Don't know what they're playing yet, so I am going to. Ooh, this is a tricky. This is tricky. I think I'm just gonna set ring, set drop off, and then see where we're at here. Go ahead and activate drop off. Hit a Kaiku, so maybe Warriors what we're dealing with. Not sure. Okay, Rhoda probably gonna go for Donzalug. This is good because now we can graceful. We can ditch this Mystic Swordman. It's not gonna do anything for us. We'll just ring this guy. Okay, maybe not. Maybe we'll get some value out of this Donnie. All right, pretty good position here. So, yeah, interesting that he sends that back. I'm curious. Let's. I'm gonna go ahead and just use this. Like I said, I'm just gonna just simplify things as quickly as possible. That's a good, because part of me thinking that he sent the level 2 back was potentially meaning that he had an answer to the Gaia. Let's see if this is good. Okay. Nice, holy moly, that's really good. We'll ditch the sanctity. I think we just ditch both of these. I mean, we're in such a good spot right now. I'm going to not summon the Swift Gaia yet because I want to make sure that the summon's going to be able to go through with the Solemn. And we'll have the Mirror Force to answer the Dawn. Okay, Kaiku will work. We'll let that die. I'm not too concerned. Save the Solemns for more important things, like keeping this guy alive. I'm just keep drawing into monsters, but that's fine. Yeah, nice. Yeah, that's fine. We'll let that go through. Could have banished there, but didn't. See, this is where sometimes that sanctity could be nice because if he answers, if I use my solemn to protect this, and then he finds an answer later to the Gaia, I could have the card of sanctity, remove the nobleman, I get 2 fresh cards. So I'll go ahead and go in here. I'm pretty much willing to solemn anything to protect this. So it's beefy. So this is nothing. I'm pretty sure it's some sort of blank. Yeah, we're gonna solemn that. Yeah, I do that. With solemns, I have to get out of calc real quick because I'm an imbecile. All right, see if he finds an answer here. Do I want to? I'm trying to see if there's any value in. Yeah, let's just do this now. Oh my gosh, dust shoot, nobleman. Oh my goodness. Now we're in trouble. This is where the card of sanctity would really come in handy. Got to keep pushing though. No point in waiting for something. Okay, he just concedes. I mean, we open Trinity, so not too much to take from there. So let's go ahead and go in with the widespreads and the Sakuretsus. And we'll take out. And we're also going with the Smashing Grounds as well. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spell and traps are adding. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Yep. We will leave one of the jars in there. And then spies will go in for the Kaiku and for the Mystic Swords in level 2. Pretty standard siding stuff. You consider the Mobius, you could consider the Mobius, but I don't always like siding Mobius in against warriors. So a lot of times you just get it solemned and you get rid of a valuable monster for it. Yeah, the card of Sanctity would have been really nice there at the end with all the dead stuff in our hand. So let me think here. That earlier when I drew the Kaiku, what if that was a Dawn? That'd have been better. I can't remember the situation because I took out the Donald. This dust shoot is not a big deal. Surprised he kept the dust shoot in. Heavy exiled. The fact he ditched exiled so quick probably means he has like a call or something. I should have set this stuff first. Should have set this stuff first because if he has a dust shoot, we're screwed. Double dust shoot, but doesn't look like it. See if that's good. Appears so. We'll set all 3 of these and go in for the attack. Yep. So we'll go ahead and just drop off whatever he draws. It's great pickup. Mobius, that's huge. Yeah, nice Mobius. Talk about Mobius is not good in the Warriors, and he does that to me. If he draws another monster, we lose, but at the same time, I'm willing to take that bet. If he draws another monster, then you just got it. Need to find more. Alright, doesn't appear so. Yeah, I mean, that Mobius is just massive right there. Don't have a ton of answers to this. This is why a Smashing Ground would be nice or something along those lines. Okay. All right, so we know the Mobiuses are coming in. That's good to be aware of at least. So chainables like Jar are nice. Uh, things like Call become less nice. So let's take out Call. Let's just put in a. I think that's fine. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay. Drawing pretty good. Helps. Okay, so guy is not live yet because I have to set too many cards. Let's go Jar Saku and see if we can't bait out a heavy, and then we'll be able to set everything next turn. Nice. It's pretty good. Is it worth to Sakuretsu this? I don't think it is. I don't think it's worth it because we have so many answers to the spy. Yeah. Man, dust shoots are out in force today, but it doesn't really matter. So maybe it has a nobleman or something along those lines. Or like a or a Rhoda so he can grab an exiled. Oh, sure. Okay. So I'm not gonna overthink it. We'll just set the spy and then set all of this. Don't want to set the uh, snatch yet. That could be valuable. See what he hits. Okay, hits the other solemn. If he exiles, it's not horrible. So 6 cards does 4 because he just MST'd that back row. 2 isn't doing anything here. What would you set? What would you set? Donald? Maybe there's a Donald set. Maybe there's a. I think we just snatch attack into the set. I'm trying to figure out what you. Well, you wouldn't want to do that because if he has a spy, it could be in trouble. Let's just pass turn. Let's just pass turn. And you obviously want to simplify the game state, but against like the mirror match like this, I'm content to just play patient. So we're up on cards. So all right, there's the exiled. He could go. You could flip up Donald here. Okay, it's double Blade Knight. I say we sock one of these. Sock that first one, and then I won't use the other one because I want this snatch to be live. Okay, perfect. All right, so we'll go ahead and smashing ground that to see what happens. Okay, and we'll drop off and duo, and we have some dead cards, so this card of sanctity could come in here in just a second. You know the heavy's gone. Okay, pay 100. It's good. Leaves the Sakuretsu. Graceful. Yeah, so now I wish I wouldn't have set the duo, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and use it. We'll grab. Okay, maybe not. I don't know if I want to grab anything off of. I don't think I want to do Solemn either. So I don't want to do that Because now this puts me in a weird spot with the sanctity. I think I'll go ahead and send the time seal, and then we'll take the solemn. I'll solemn something if he brings it out. We'll see what he does. But there's the potential to solemn, and then basically we're waiting until we get another dead draw, and then we'll pop the sanctity. Yep, it's good. I'll let that go through. I probably should have just solemned it right away, but he's probably not going to go for a dark, so I don't care if he gets rid of another Blade Knight or something. We'll just solemn whatever he summons here. Yeah. Okay, drop off again. It's good. Oh, what the heck? I thought that's my B. I thought heavy was already gone. I don't know why I thought that. Yep. He didn't draw it. So this is good. We'll make him answer this exiled, and then I can sanctity. That's just game. We drew pretty well, which helps. Yeah, didn't even have to use this. Let's just pretend I did. Pretty cool how it lets you go further into the deck when things go bad. All right, let's run another one real quick. I think we have time. Went fairly well. But also, I mean, it was the Warrior Mirror. We just had a lot going for us, so I'm not gonna put too much stock into a win like that. Drew Trinity game one, drew Pot first turn game two, Pot first turn again. Looking for a drop off here or something like that. So, okay. I'm going to set Dust Shoot Jar, and then we can kind of see what we're working with. If he's playing Warriors and we get ran into a Donzalug, then whatever. It's not the end of the world. Part of me thought to maybe hold this to try to bait a heavy, but it's not worth it. I'm just gonna use it now. Okay. Oh shoot. Stein, Ring, Turtle, Rat. I think I'm not dealing with that Stein. Not dealing with. We have the battle traps for the other stuff. What does he get off Rat when I attack over it? That could be a problem. I'm not sure. Part of me wants to Rhoda for DD Warrior Lady, just to get rid of that, but then we have one Pyramid Turtle to deal with that's going to grab Ryukoki or whatever. So I can deal with two of these. One with the DD Warrior Lady, one with the Saku, and then maybe Solemn the last one, but I might not have to do that because I can always just. Yeah, I don't know. Let's go ahead and just, yeah, do this. Get that ring out of here. He's considering chaining. If he wants to chain it, then by all means, please do. Gonna be one of those games, I guess. Yeah, nice grab. Wow. Okay. Let that go. Or Saku that. And then he's got one more pyramid turtle that we're going to have to deal with. I think it's okay to just solemn it if we need to. Let's see. Let's see what he does. He just summons something to consider solemning. Okay. Goes with a rat. Huh. So rat would grab Lily. So yeah, I don't really have a ton of answers to those type of stuff right now. I don't have an answer to Ryukoki because Ryukoki would kill Warrior, right? And then Lily would be able to get over this, but he can only do that so many times. We have the call. Hmm. Yeah, let's. Do I attack or not? He's probably waiting till next turn. Yeah, I guess I'll attack. That's fine. And then, yeah, okay. So we'll pay two. I'll pay 2,000. I'm just thinking here. This actually is giving me a little bit of trouble. So I'll have to solemn the pyramid turtle. I have to, right? Okay, he summons that. Okay, he sets the pyramid turtle. That's fine. 3,000. So I lose 1,100. Okay. Do I just do I win here? Because if I go warrior returning alive, I get back Swift Guy. I attack. He's forced to Lily. Uh, and then I can go call again. Okay. Let's see what happens here. I think this is it, though. So then we'll attack, bait out the Lily effect. Yep. We take 1,100 again. And then I go call back into the Lily. Okay. Nice. So, we're going against zombies type stuff. So we're going to bring in the battle traps, take out the dust shoots. Let's take out the nobleman's. Even though he has stuff that he'll set, I still don't. Actually, I don't know. The way he set that pyramid turtle makes me want to keep at least one of these in. I think I will. I think I will keep both the noblemen's in. I will go ahead and ditch the uh, Mystic Swordsman for a Dark Scorpion, and then I'm going to bring in a Mobius as well in place of the. What do I want to place this with? Blade Knight's really not that good against zombies because I assume he's bringing in decrees. That's typically what'll what'll happen here. Probably should have sided in the Smashing Grounds. Definitely should have. Because if he's able to bring out like a Ryuk, you just want to get rid of their monsters and just don't kill them by battle, but kill them by card effect, and you're scotch free. Okay, let's see what happens here. Decree is pretty much a nightmare, but and so is. Let's just go ruin jar and see what happens. Decree is brutal, but we'll see. Which one of these would I rather not deal with? I think I'd rather not deal with. It doesn't matter, right? When I have to. Okay, chain this. Take 1200 and 14. I'm glad I was able to kind of foresee the decrease coming in, but we need something here. So Cliff is nice, but Cliff's only 1200, right? So that's an issue. All right, Cliff is only 1200. Yeah. Well, this is trouble. This is trouble right here. So we have no answer to anything. Uh, I guess. I guess this, and then just post it up and attack. I have no idea. I have no idea. This decrease got me flustered. So we didn't draw any of our spell trap removal. He's probably got some sort of answer to this, but okay, yeah. I think we just get blown out here. Not a ton to do about it. Zombies is definitely a tough matchup for warriors, just because they have all these floaters. I mean, your goal of warriors is to gain your advantage by battle, um, and they want their monsters to be destroyed by battle. So we take 24, and then an additional 12. Let's see what we can draw into. Can maybe get some nice Trinity going. Okay, didn't happen. All right. I need to side in more spell trap removal. Shoot. All right, let's get banish. Not banish. Let's ditch the Nox. Let's stick him with that. Hopefully we can. Yeah. I think this is all pretty reasonable. It's potential for the Wangoos as well, but then they just set their stuff, and then I would need to keep the Nox in if I brought in the Wangoos. So I'm not sure. Keeping the Sasuke for those. I mean, I could even replace this Blade Knight with the Wangu just because it would just be better. Blade Knight just doesn't do anything in this matchup besides become a beater. So we'll just put one Wangu in there and kind of see where we're at. Could be incorrect in my thinking. I do like the Kaiku still. Keep that in. Okay. Right, at least we got smashing, so that's nice. So we'll just do this, do all this stuff. We'll have to solemn if he goes decree, because we still don't have any answers to spell traps. So he'll probably set something. I can attack into it and then main phase 2 smashing ground. Yep. What do I do if he uses something on this attack? If he Sakus or something. All right. That's a bit of a problem. Let me think here. I really can't afford to lose. Let's solemn it. I don't have any. I only have one other trap set, and I really don't want to go through this whole thing. So if I had another trap or two, I would definitely hold the solemn for the decree. But yeah, of course, there it is. So we'll attack. Yep. Main phase 2. We'll go. Do I smashing yet? I mean, is this a decree? That's really the question. If it's a decree, I would definitely use smashing now. If not, I would save it because we have the solemn to answer the decree. So let's err on the safe side. Okay, it's that one. If he decrees, then it is what it is. We'll eventually draw into Rhoda for Cliff or the Mobius MST heavy. Okay, so it's not awesome. If he has another thing to set though, then we're running out of answers. Okay, let's just attack. If he responds with like a battle trap or something, we have to let it die because Decree owns us. So I set the Mirror Force. No, not yet. If he end phase Decrees, then we'll have to Solemn. So 5 cards to his 5 cards. So whatever he brings out off of this is going to be a problem. No, that's okay though, because we'll attack. He'll bring out some bullshit, and then we'll trade battle traps with whatever he brings out. Okay, so it's the Sanctity. So never mind. Okay, so then he'll probably set the turtle. And then we'll attack, and then have to use our battle traps on whatever he has, as long as he doesn't have 2 decrees. Also, we have to draw into some spell trap removal eventually, right? Have to. All right, so there comes the creature swap. This one we have to let go through, I think. Here comes the decree. Luckily, we've got more stuff to deal with his stuff, and if we can keep this alive long enough, then we can Card of Sanctity banish the uh, Pyramid Turtle. Should be pretty cool. I mean, if he has another decree, though, we're in trouble. I mean, where's our spell and trap removal, man? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what we got to do here. Sure. Hmm. To use this or not to? I mean, if he has a decree, he has a decree. We're gonna have to at some point anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Okay, so he doesn't have a decree, or he would have definitely chained that. That's good to know. So now, this could be a real trap. I'll go Kaiku. This is a good draw, though. Attack. These could be real traps, I mean to say. Let's ditch this and this. Obviously, want to get rid of the other Pyramid Turtle, but that might not happen here. Oh, I should use Time Seal. That's my bad. Okay. Didn't use Time Seal. Should have. That's okay. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 to 4. It's coming down to the wire here. Prima for this would just be game if he didn't have a response. Let's see. Wow. Wonder what his sets were. It must be just dead. So, okay, we'll go ahead and stop the video for now. General thoughts on this deck so far. It's been really good, but we also have gotten off to good starts. And in general, this deck, even without my little Card of Sanctity stuff, it's going to do good regardless if you get ahead early. That's why I never even had to use this, because I never had to get back into the game. I was always in the driver's seat pretty much. Um, like, for example, there, if he's able to, if he had a decree for like my Mirror Force at that point, and I have a dead Mirror Force, and he's able to out the Kaiku with something, then I'll be able to, Card of Sanctity, banish my Mirror Force, and get 2 fresh draws, which is really, really, really good. I don't I still am believing in this card, even though I know I'm aware of the fact that I didn't use it once in the last two matches. Um, but we were in the driver's seat, so I don't think it was completely necessary. Any changes to the build of the deck? I like the monster count. I mean, we were drawing really nicely with just one monster and then all spells and traps. That's what you want out of this deck. Drew really well. That is a big thing to take away from it. When things go well, then things go well. That's just Yu-Gi-Oh. But overall, I think it's kind of a cool deck. Try this out yourself. I'd like to see what sort of versions other people can come up with. To see, I'd be curious to see what you guys can do with this. If let me know in the comments what you think of this deck. Is this card garbage? Is this deck just warriors but worse? Because I know it's hard to make a good evaluation when we drew fairly well, but also the deck performed well, right? It simplified the game state drop off, did some work. It discarded a graceful at one point in there. The jar of greeds were getting hit by MSTs a lot, which was funny, but that's that can be said for any deck. So, all right. Anyway, I am heading out. Thanks for watching. Until the next one. Bye.